Who's actually going to get the most out of the Jura ENA 8? Is it the single-person apartment dweller who wants a cafe-style espresso at the press of a button, or the family that needs a machine that can keep up with a Saturday brunch crowd? And for the average buyer wondering whether the price tag is justified, does the ENA 8 deliver enough everyday value to make sense, or is it just another kitchen gadget that gathers dust? Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. If you've ever stood in a kitchen staring at a long list of espresso machine options and felt the dread of picking the wrong one, you're not alone. The biggest fear isn't just spending too much, it's ending up with a machine that looks sleek but falls short when you actually need that second cup after a morning meeting or when you're trying to impress guests with a smooth cappuccino. The ENA 8 lands in a crowded segment of super-automatic coffee makers, and the real question is whether its promises of versatility and customization translate into daily convenience, or whether those buzzwords hide hidden trade-offs. Let's start with the idea of versatility. Jura advertises the ENA 8 as an honest-stop shop for espresso, lungo, ristretto, and even a few milk-based drinks, all accessible from a compact touchscreen. In a real-world kitchen, that means you can switch from a quick ristretto before a commute to a larger latte for a weekend lazy morning without hunting for separate accessories. I've seen a few users set up the machine in a small studio apartment, and the fact that the whole unit fits under a standard countertop without crowding the space is a genuine advantage. The touchscreen interface is intuitive enough that you don't need a coffee school diploma, just tap the icon, and the machine handles grind size, dose, and brew temperature automatically. For anyone who wants a decent espresso without fiddling with knobs, that ease of operation is a real strength. Customization, on the other hand, is where the ENA 8 tries to differentiate itself from the cheaper models. You can program personal drink profiles, adjusting the strength, temperature, and even the amount of water for each beverage. In practice, this works well if you consistently drink the same type of coffee and want the machine to remember it. A commuter who loves a precise 30-second espresso shot can store that setting and get it every morning without remeasuring. The downside emerges when you start experimenting. The menu is limited to a handful of preset drinks, and while you can tweak parameters, you can't create a truly custom latte art workflow or change milk froth density beyond the preset milk setting. If you're a home barista who likes to fine-tune every variable, the ENA 8 feels a bit restrictive. Now, let's talk about the built-in grinder. Jura's Aroma G3 grinder is designed for consistent particle size, which is crucial for extracting a balanced espresso. In everyday use, that means you get a reliably smooth cup whether you're pulling a single shot or a double. The machine grinds on demand, so beans stay fresh, and you don't have to worry about stale pre-ground coffee. However, the grinder is a single-dose system, it doesn't hold a large bean hopper. If you're the type who likes to fill a big container and forget about refilling for weeks, you'll find yourself topping it off more often than you might expect, especially in a household where multiple people are pulling drinks throughout the day. Technology is another selling point. The ENA 8 connects to Jura's app, allowing you to start brewing from your phone, receive maintenance alerts, and even order descaling solution with a tap. For a tech-savvy user, that integration feels modern and reduces the mental load of remembering when to decal. In the real world, the maintenance reminders are helpful. The machine will prompt you to clean the brew group after a set number of cycles, which can prevent the nasty coffee oils from building up and affecting taste. The catch is that the app isn't mandatory, and the machine still works fine offline, but you do need to be comfortable with occasional software updates and Bluetooth pairing. If you're not into apps, that feature just adds another layer of complexity you might never use. So, who should actually buy the ENA 8? If you're a single professional or a couple who values a compact footprint, appreciates a straightforward touch interface, and wants consistent espresso without the hassle of manual grinding, this machine hits the sweet spot. It's also a solid fit for people who enjoy a predictable morning routine and don't need to churn out a dozen cappuccinos for a brunch crowd. The ability to store a few personalized drink profiles means you won't waste time redialing settings each day, and the automatic grinder keeps each cup tasting fresh. Who would be better off skipping it? If you have a large family or entertain regularly, the water tank, just under 2 liters, and bean container will require frequent refills, potentially interrupting the flow of service. For serious home baristas who want full control over grind size, tamp pressure, and milk texture, the ENA 8's limited customization feels